Hi everybody. Welcome to an amazing place. We're in Newcastle Castle tonight. We're locked in, no point in you guys coming down. I know you'd be tempted. And tonight we are taking you on a dark tour of an incredible place with an incredible story. Prehistoric diggings all over the place. The well here in the castle goes all the way down to an original prehistoric well. If that's not enough, this was the place where there was Roman fortifications way back in the day. Over 2,000 years of habitation on this site. The Romans called it Pons Aelius. Pons because Pons means bridge. Aelius because that was the name of Hadrian's family. Hadrian from the family of Aelius. So Pons Aelius. Then beyond that, Novo Castria, Newcastle, and incredible stories. We'd love you to come in. We've got a special guest with us, one of our trusty friends and followers. Catherine is with us. But I want you to look at these walls before I come in there. Because if we go back far enough here, and look at that amazing cityscape, you can see where the original Tyne Bridge was. That's the swing bridge down there. That's where the original Tyne Bridge was, the original Roman bridge. You can see cars travelling over it. But if you look up at the walls here, these walls ahead, back in the day, and we're talking in the 1200s, there's a story, and it's very famous, and they tell it here at the castle. A story of 15 men who were walking near the castle, and they saw the Earl of Northumberland and a group of his men, armed soldiers, and they decided to go up to them and say, "We wish to throw ourselves on the mercy of the king and of your grace," the Earl of Northumberland. Now, my reading of this is not likely, because the 15 men who gave themselves up were led by William Lyle, a Reiver family. William Lyle was the leader of a bunch of Reivers, Ogilvies, Fenwicks, whole group from these different Border Reiver clans. For 5 years, those particular Reivers, the 15 of them, had robbed, murdered and raped all over Newcastle and Northumberland. So why would they give themselves up? Well, other people who read history in a slightly more curious way, and I must admit I'm one of them, why would they give themselves up? Well, they probably didn't. When the Earl of Northumberland said, "Oh, they threw themselves on our mercy," there was probably a fight, and they were the ones left, and they caught them. Now, what makes this building, and why do I want you to stare up at bare walls? Because those men were hung, drawn, and quartered. They were put in 4 bits, and all 4 bits were dangled on ropes from the outside of this castle. 15 men chopped into 4, 60 pieces of human beings hung around the walls here. And to celebrate, the Wylam Brewery have made a beer called Hung, Drawn and Quartered. Now, if that wasn't incredible enough, a quarter of William Wallace, the Braveheart, was on the roof here so that everybody could see that he was no longer a threat to Newcastle, because he took Newcastle on one occasion, like many did. So this is a blood-soaked place. I've got dozens of cool stories to share with you over the next couple of hours. Let's get in and start tonight's hunt. This place, it's incredible. It's like a TARDIS. You get in here and just watch your step. I'm just going to make sure this place is closed. I'm not even sure I'm strong enough to... Oh, yes, I am. Now we're locked in. Old-fashioned locks. Blimey, don't you wish you had one of them on your shed when they pinched your bike? Fantastic. Now in here, literally in the darkness, we've got Kenny. Hey. And we've also got Catherine, who's one of our supporters and one of our friends. And looking forward to this?
jumped already.
She's already got a jump there.
What happened?
There's a shadow.
And the noise from in there. We're not sure if the train might have been the noise.
The train's over there, mate.
It was a train, and
There's a shadow then.
There was a shadow?
Yeah.
I didn't see the shadow, I heard the noise.
Right, okay. Ooh, well, that's good. Now, the thing is, I'm going to go down, I'm going to set a trap or two. So in the...
Yeah, it's a train.
That's a train. Right. As we go, you're going to discover places with us. I've just thought, Kenny, for the initial part, can you stay with Catherine? I'll take the small torch, because obviously we're going to be tootling about. I think that if we can go down, start the next one down, there's a little avenue off, don't know what's there. That's what I mean. We don't know what's where, so we're going to try and find out what we can. But let's head down for the moment. The only place that is lit is the stairs, and probably for good reason. But what we can do, can we?
Especially for me.
We can shut the doors, you see. So that's definitely what we'll do. You watch your step on these stairs, though, because could you imagine trying to get up and down these with armour on?
Easier.
Yeah, keep a hold of the...
And then you've got the wider parts there.
Absolutely, individually. Don't come down side by side. Tony's probably doing it a tenth of a mile an hour. Don't blame you. Be careful.
We can't go down the bottom with this.
No, we're not. We're going in here. I don't even know what's here. Up to the Great Hall, down to the cellar and chapel. Oh, there's a place in there. So in you go. It's lit, but let's see what you get. And in the meantime, you can't go down the bottom.
No, but when we can, we'll leave the supporters phone up here.
Okay, because I was going to go and set a few traps with the... did you see that? The light just flickered.
Oh.
It's just gone down a bit. Can you not tell that that's duller? That's odd. Unless you want to watch Kenny, and I'll quickly nip down, or I'll get Kenny to bring the stuff up. Yeah, it's coming in here. Oh, there you go. That's better. Kenny, can I ask you to go downstairs and bring the box? I know it's open, lock it, make sure everything's in it, and bring it up here if you would. That'd be great. And then you're not going to lose us. Yeah, I think so.
The torch box, yeah?
Yes, please. And bring it to the Great Hall.
I mean, I've left all my stuff down there as well. It's all, everything's down there.
If we go down to pick something up, we're off.
No, I've already thinking that we're leaving this phone up there because we've got to go down there. It's one of the most haunted places, so we'll have to go down there. And we're going to leave the supporters phone up here.
So do you want me to leave the mic and we'll leave Catherine alone here?
Yeah, can do.
Kenny, I think we're going to come down. Right, okay. I know we're in flux. Just bear with us a second. Excuse me a second. Do you mind if I?
No.
Well, not to get strap. I think it's probably strap will be good. Is that okay for you?
That's fine, yeah.
Champion. Right. So we're going to put a camera somewhere. Where are you going to put it?
We're going to have to the things in the Great Hall to put it on the stand. We need the stand out the Great Hall.
Okay, I'll go again. Do me again. Go and bring the box to the Great Hall. The box to the Great Hall. Box to the Great Hall. Right, and if you could use, you've got Tony's light. Just walk around, express to people what you see, because obviously there's all kinds of stuff, and him, and go wherever you can.
Okay,
Okay, good luck.
go find some hidey holes. I think we'll go through here, Tony.
Let's do it.
It looks like it branched off a couple of different directions in here. died and stuff.
Apparently this is one of the first fireplaces in Newcastle, I think he said, when he was taking us round.
What, this
Yeah,
one in here?
Yeah.
So this is proper old then, isn't it, in here? It feels old, doesn't it? It's got that proper old vibe to it, like it smells old, if that makes sense,
Looks
as
amazing.
well. Oh, a tunnel in here. Hello.
It's a little maze in here.
It's a proper little den.
Is that a jail cell, is it?
I don't know. There's more stairs going down. Let's have a look. Yeah, it just goes down and down and down.
Oh, that might be to the chapel.
Are we going there later?
Yeah, we're going there later,
Yeah.
because I need to leave one of these cameras up here, because that's where there's got no signal.
Right. Branch off
What
that
about
way as
this?
well.
It's in here.
Ah, just it shines back into that hall that we were in with the swords and sort of the
Oh yeah, that's
sorry,
outside.
armours and things. It's just little cubby holes, though. It's like you don't know what's around the next corner,
I
isn't
know.
it? It's anticipation of what's going to jump out on you. You could so easily get lost in here, mind. Which way did we come? That way?
Round
This
there,
way.
I think, yeah.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah. I wonder what's behind that cordoned off area down there.
Do you really want to know?
Can we get to it around the other
Yeah, it's
side?
blocked off.
Is it blocked off? Oh.
There's the stand when you need it, just down there.
Right.
You get any kind of feeling yet?
Not as such. You kind of you feel anticipation, but whether that's because of all these little corridors that's branching off, because that goes round and down.
I think that goes to the chapel as well, down
Right.
down
Yeah,
there.
we've just been round
There's
that
the
way.
stairs down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Just you. Hard to believe what goes away.
I know.
Did you hear a noise like a phone going off or something?
I heard something.
Something from down here when we were in there.
Because Kenny, I said to Kenny, what did you hear? And he said he'd heard it, he thought it was my phone.
Might
Yeah,
be
I
one
thought
of
it was- I
the
thought it was
electronic things. They might have some of those electronic things in here, or
It did sound like music on a mobile phone.
That's what I thought it was. I presumed it was my phone.
No. Standing here for a bit.
They've had nights here.
you need to get your mic back.
Sorry, I can share.
You can.
Pardon the fingers. There you go. Thank you. No, there was one knight here who fought in over 40 battles. He survived. He became a prisoner here when the Scots took it. Then he got released, became a judge, became an advocate, and survived as I say, the Great Plague and a couple of cholera outbursts, and eventually died here and is buried somewhere on the premises. So just fascinating how many amazing stories are here. I'll tell you more as we go. I noticed that Catherine's taking still photographs in the dark. That's going to be interesting.
Give her the camera.
To watch too, which is tremendous. And leaving that alone, because I think that's where our hosts. Oh, Heidi, did you hear that? Did you hear anything
Sound like
there?
a board. That board.
Is it just this board? Really?
I don't know. Just sort of banged against the wall, maybe.
Cool.
Or maybe not.
Maybe. I just heard a grrr, like a dragging. Just you don't know whether they go up or they go down. Or Decisions. Kenny,
Yeah.
have you got the night vision camera?
Yeah.
Can you go and do the downstairs?
Yeah.
Let's just put a stand over there.
Downstairs.
Yeah, well downstairs there was a couple of offshoots. Can you go down and check them out? Don't forget to talk your way around them as well. Meanwhile, I'm going to head up, possibly as far as we can go. Now, the question is, shall we take Catherine?
Yeah, for
Catherine?
a grand tour.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's
Take this with just in case we're...
let's head up and see how far we can go. Remembering that every window here has a story attached to it, pretty much. Only 99. Oh, hell, Steve. Only 90. Whose idea was this? Only 99 stairs to the top.
This is my fourth up to this bit.
So which way is it? Up this way or is it that way?
You can, there's two ways. Just go the one that looks easiest. Probably the straight one.
All right.
That might be the... Right. I'll leave it there just for now because we'll probably leave you with it. I'll put the stand back there. That's a great hall.
Go up the straight one. You think it's straight. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Oh, you can't just go all the way yet. Look at this. I think this must lead to where the other stairs went.
Oh, must do, yeah.
So let's have a look at what's along.
I think there are two ways to the roof.
No, I'm sure. Do you hear a bell?
I heard a bell.
Is that a bell?
Chinking like
Yeah. I heard it was like a bell chime. Would they have had a bell here?
Not in the castle. During the Civil War, 1644, yeah, you see what happened? What happened? I've got a nurse with me, perfect. If I go down, you know what to do. Anyway, this town of Newcastle, as was, supported the Cavaliers. They were supporters of King George I. Geordies, get it? They supported King George II. They supported King Charles I, who ended up getting his head chopped off. So they were regularly attacked and assaulted by Oliver Cromwell's forces.
Someone's saying it might be the church clock, the bell, but that bell was in this room. That bell
It was
here.
in the building?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't outside.
Have you seen this? How scary is that? Just go down it, sure.
Oh.
This is like,
If we lose signal, I'm sorry.
it'll all be on HD tomorrow. What the hell is that for? Is it that train? Doesn't help, does it, the train?
No, it doesn't. I can like maybe it's scared to slow down here.
Yeah.
God, there's a step here, and then he's died. Wow.
And that's presumably the Great Hall.
Yeah.
a long way down. Oh, if you're not fond of heights, you'd hate that. I think this is just a square that takes you right the way around.
Yeah, round the Great Hall.
Yeah. Struck off without them. They are down the stairs, and I'm at the roof. I think I'm at the roof. Oh my good gracious. Oh, you've got to come and see this. On a day that it's not windy enough to knock me hat off. Now, we're in the sky of Newcastle. If you look over in this direction, let's just do a little bit of touristy stuff. You see the Vermont Hotel, the main square beneath. You can see the Sage in the distance, the big slug. You can see the Millennium Bridge. And you see this guy, an archer with a huge spider on him as well. You're not good at spiders, are you, Tony,
No.
with that little camera with this?
Leave the wildlife.
Oh, yeah, I know, I can't help it. But there's lots of spiders on him. The interesting thing is, there's a tower up beside where Chinatown is now, which is kind of that way. And this guy was a guard at a place called the Ever Tower. Now, this guy saw a nobleman getting robbed by two ruffians, and he went in there and he sorted the ruffians out, rescued the nobleman, and they got a document asking whether he would come to the castle, to this castle, to meet the Earl of Northumberland, who was going to reward him for saving the noble. However, when he got here, he came into the grounds that had a very much tighter wall around it. He was walking through the wall and he took his sword out. Now, he didn't take his sword out to attack anybody. He took his sword out so he could leave it outside, because it's bad manners if you take a weapon, you know, to meet a king, a duke or an earl. He took his sword out, and as soon as he took his sword out, somebody on the battlements hit him in the chest with an arrow. And could you imagine how talented they must have been to hit a guy all that? Look over the top, see how far down this is. I'm making sure I keep a hold of my hat, but can you imagine hitting somebody in the chest with an arrow from up here? Amazing shot. And to commemorate, that's a train. So either a train or a bad curry. You've got a guy with a bow and arrow there, and on the other side you've got a fella, and if you come and see him, you'll see that this one's got a crossbow. I don't know which kind of bolt hit the guy, but he didn't die, he survived, but he never got his reward. And there's the lovely bit of steel work. Reminds me, have you ever been at Alnwick Castle, Catherine?
I have, yes.
You know, on the walls they didn't have enough soldiers, so they built pretendy soldiers to stand on the walls, so that if anybody came, they said, well, there's loads of people there. You said there was only half a dozen, but there was only half a dozen, and they built artificial soldiers.
I think you can go up one of these. I think it might be that one.
No, it's not that one, unless I've got to climb over the balcony.
That one? Is there a door?
No, I think it's this
Oh.
one. I think it's this one here. Watch your head, though.
Oh, yeah. Tight squeeze. Tight squeeze.
Yeah, it does say don't stand on the edge, and believe me, I'm not going to. Both of my buttocks have tightened up. I'm not great with heights, but you don't find that out until you actually look over the edge. And it tells you where everything is. The Black Gate, Monument Hall, the Civic Centre, the side, hospitals. You can see all of Newcastle. But you've got to remember, half of this wasn't here when this was built. You'd be looking out on fields, you'd be looking out on farmland, not the incredible sight that you can see today. And this is simply the best view in Newcastle. I've been up Gray's Monument, not half what this is. This is amazing. From the riverside, trains and cars crossing all of the bridges. Absolutely amazing.
It goes on forever, doesn't it?
It does indeed. And that's the tail end of the Central, I guess. Is that the car parking for the Central?
Yeah.
The Centre for Life in the distance, glowing blue, red and yellow.
As well, isn't it, over there, Newcastle?
Yeah, Newcastle College in the background.
And a plane flying over. You probably not make that out. Too small in the distance. And in the next couple of days we'll have a hunter's moon. We're nearly there. So, let's head down and see what we shall see.
This is no more stairs to climb. We're actually at the top.
All down from here.
Until we get right down and then say, oh, we'll go back up to the... Because you know that's going to happen. I think we'll put Catherine... Oh, there's weird flying things here. I think we'll put Catherine in the chapel, if that's all right, because that's down where we came in, but hopefully it'll be pitch black by now. It's right down the bottom.
Maybe give her the night vision and then she can record anything.
Kenny's down there with it now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's through here, isn't it? I thought that'll leave you up in one of those long, maybe that long corridor that we had before. Did you lock this, Tony?
No, it's this door over here. We're over this side.
Oh, now we
You sure?
I thought you were just having a look.
No, it's this one. It's this one.
No, it's... well, you could... There's two.
Okay.
One's for each.
Got it?
Yeah.
There's Kenny coming out the other one. There's Kenny over there.
Over here?
Yeah, he's coming out the other door.
What? I don't understand. Absolutely. You sure?
Yeah.
Yes, it is him. Any joy, Kenny? Kind of.
It's quite spooky.
What did you get?
You go up them stairs and there's that many different offshoots, you just...
Are you as lathered as I am?
Oh, sweating. Absolutely sweating. But look at that view.
Night vision.
Wow.
Let's not... Or shall we give... Catherine, oh, decisions.
I think she needs to have some night vision to record what happens.
No, absolutely,
So-
and I want to set me box and a few other things. We're also going to do some scrying tonight. If you've ever heard the phrase scrying, I'll show you what it is. We're also going to carry out an invocation of spirits, probably in the Great Hall. So we've got a few things that we're going to be on tonight. Kenny, pass the night vision camera to Catherine, please. And
It's all already.
right, and let's just make our way down. I think we're going to leave you in that long corridor first.
Okay.
So the only light you'll have will be through that, and I know you can't see much, but when you're in the dark, that will light
Yeah, I
up.
just wouldn't move very far because
Just stay where you
Yeah.
are. If there's any issue, you just shout and we come
Yeah.
running. That's how it works. Just step down. Right, down you come. I just don't know how... I'm not wearing a lot of clothes, just like a t-shirt and stuff. And yet, if I had a crossbow or a sword and I was wearing armour, coming up here, How would you possibly be able to do it? Right. If you... Is this the one, or is this the dead end?
No, it goes all the way around, I think.
Goes all the way around. Gotcha. Yeah, this is where we're just coming round the other way.
Yeah.
So the thought would be to maybe... Have you? You're right. Whoops, step. So when we talk about Kenny always looking at the floor, that's the reason why, because you tend to do that. But if we switch that off, can you see that's lit, kind of?
Yes.
Now, we don't want you moving from this corridor for 5-10 minutes.
Right,
Then
okay.
we'll come back
Yeah.
when we've done some more where we are.
Don't move too far because obviously the steps at either end.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm going to go and set some bits and pieces. I think it's probably the best idea.
Don't forget you get all the night vision footage tomorrow.
Absolutely. Oh, and don't forget to share. Share like mad, please, and you get yourself a goodie bag and one of our near legendaries.
So you've got to share this video that's on now.
Yeah, this one, please, if you would.
And the prize will be drawn on Monday.
Yeah, we've mentioned in the past that we can't do any of these unless we have your help. We're not funded by anybody. We're just a group of people who are believers who want to try and get you as close to your history and whatever's here. And that's the gorgeous part of it. So let's make our way down. Sadly, a butterfly that didn't make it. Red Admiral, I think. And we should be looking for the Great Hall. Don't think that's it.
Down one more, I think.
Is it one more?
That might be Kenny.
Yeah, it might be Kenny. I heard some talking. Thinking this is it. It is. Right.
You did say there's a lot of activity in the old cell over there, which is where I've got
Go up and check it
Gwen,
out.
and I've got the recorder as well for later on, so we can record some EVPs hopefully. So this is a cell which apparently has a lot of activity inside of it. So little wall, so if anything touches it, it'll flash. It'll flash if there's any activity like that. Just a reminder not to share it if you're in the supporters group now. This is for tomorrow, because you can't share this feed. It's just for tomorrow.
I don't know whether you heard that.
What was that?
It came from miles away from me. Tony?
It came from where the dolls are.
What?
I don't know if it was the little ball. Oh no, it's still there. It sounded like that.
I was just about to go up the stairs. It was down in here, wasn't it?
Well, it sounded like over here. I thought it was the ball that fell off. But no, the ball is still on with the dolls.
But it was a right clatter. There's something falling in here.
I don't know, I was over there. It sounded like it was over here. God.
But was it in here?
It was definitely in this hall. Because I was just in this doorway here.
I was down the stairs. Up. Now, nobody's near it. Nobody's near the box. Nobody's near the box.
Alan?
Yes.
That bang, I thought was used downstairs, and just before that bang, I actually asked if there was any sort of spirits up here.
Hang on a second.
Oh, she said she asked if there's any spirits and then the bang.
Oh, blame me, so it was your fault.
But I thought it was used underneath the wall. I didn't realise it was down me.
No, I don't even know where you are. Where are you?
She's up the top. See the light? Behind you.
Oh, hello. Oh, hell's best. You didn't drop anything, did you?
No, I was in the corridor.
Just there was a noise, and Tony said it was from up here where the dolls were.
Right.
It sounded it to me, but I might be wrong, but it sounded like it was over this side.
It definitely came from downstairs.
Yeah, it was definitely down here. I was just in there.
Because Kenny, I'd gone out and I'd started walking up those stairs. Yeah. And I got probably about there. And I heard the bang, and I didn't know whether it was downstairs. Oh, that's me. But that went off on its own as well.
Well, that went off not long after. I was in here.
Yeah, Tony was over there. That's amazing.
That's all right, lads. We won't stay together. Leave it down from here.
I think Catherine's been our ghost so far. She's scared me the most. Oh dear, it is warm.
That cell apparently has a lot of activity there.
Oh, there's a cell up here, is there?
The cell just beyond the haunted dolls and Teddy. Got Gwen and Ted.
Could you imagine? Okay. This cell has a toilet in it, Tony.
Posh cell.
Although,
Actually, is it still plumbed in? Because I was...
no,
Oh.
but I think you should show people it.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
God. The steps. Oh, wow.
They've heard something. Watch your step for the dolls. Sorry, Kenny? There was a noise. What kind of noise?
A bang.
A bang. What kind of bang?
I can hear them dead clear up here.
Can you?
Yeah.
It was as if something was thrown.
You didn't drop anything again?
I'm sitting here still.
It's quite an intense atmosphere up here as well. It's like heavy.
It is up there.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
The necromancer?
Yeah, I think I have to go up there to do it though.
What about here where the haunted cell is? Because if everything, all the noises are here, there's obviously something here.
That's a fair point. Can you manage another couple of minutes up there?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Kenny's just underneath me in the hall, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny's there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Right, okay. Let's,
Maybe we'll get a sign through the
necromancer.
and the teddies.
Come on then. Let's see if we can. One of the stories that's often told of this, oh, what a noise. One of the stories often told in this place is the story of a young girl called Bryony. Now, it's a tragic story more than anything, because Bryony used to sit on the main road with horses and carriages coming in and out over, in and out of Newcastle. And Bryony was a young Irish girl. She was 12, and she sold flowers. And one day, one of Newcastle's aldermen came up to her and asked to buy some flowers. And she sold him a little posy of wildflowers that she'd picked from somewhere. And as he held them in his hand, he had a sniff of them, and a bee. Did you hear that? Are you getting that, Tony?
Is it not Kenny? But is Kenny still?
Kenny's down there.
No.
Kenny?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes, he's sitting there, but this,
Yeah.
the noise was here.
I heard a creaking noise.
That was
Yeah, I heard
that was-
creaking.
It was from here. And what's the creak? It's stone.
Wow. It's, all the noises are in this corner.
So Bryony sold him this posy of flowers, and he held it to his nose, and a bee came out and stung him on the side of his nose, and he had a bit of a allergic reaction to it. His nose came up like this. He had the little girl arrested for attacking him, for assault, and she was put into one of the cells here. The problem is the cell was full of men. She was 12-year-old and beautiful, and all kinds of unspeakable things happened to her. Now, the alderman forgot about her, so didn't ask for her release. And it was almost a month before he remembered she was still imprisoned. And by that time, You can't imagine what she'd been through. She was taken to Newcastle Assizes, which was a building just across the way. And when she got into the court, she collapsed and she died in the arms of the court foreman. Did anything happen to the alderman? No. A few people thought he'd been a bit overhanded with her, but nothing ever happened to him. And Bryony's dead, and it's just a flower girl, so why should you worry about it? Lower classes, they meant nothing to these people. Her spirit's supposed to be in here. Let's have a try. See if we can reach Bryony. Is Bryony there? Hang on, there's just been a major brattle next door. Oh, dear.
What was that? Is that the door?
Hang on. That was a big noise. Was it a door?
I don't know what that was. I had the train in one ear and that in the other.
Have you moved at all, Kenny? Have you moved anywhere, Kenny? Because when we looked before, you were there. But if there was something that big that falls, it'd be there, wouldn't it? Or wherever. Which direction did it come from?
It sounded like the door across there.
I think that's us. That's us. Well, there's nothing. Tori, there's nothing on the floor. And you know yourself, nothing makes that. Could it have been like a... Well, you've got to get in to get...
There's nothing loose, really.
No, they're big, heavy things. They're not going to move. They've got a camera up there as well, so they'll be able to pick stuff up.
That was a big bang.
It was a huge bang. Right, I'm going to go up and... Every time I've tried to use the necromancer, something's happened, you know. Right. Now, let's give it a go from here.
Oh, point on the lights might go off if it's a child spirit, it might go off through the the doll as well, like the necromancer, and I'll just point at it here.
We were trying. I just don't want to touch anything, so I'm sure that I'm not. Right. Let's try for Bryony. Come on, we're looking for Bryony. Are you there? Bryony. Where's the other ball? You've usually got two.
Yeah, I couldn't find the other one. I don't know what they've done with it.
Bryony.
Light up the ball through the teddy if you're here as well.
Come on. Bryony. There's another little girl that was sentenced to 7 days hard labour, whose name was Ellen, and she was 8. Are you here, Ellen? Ellen. Bryony. Maybe we should ask to see if someone's in pain. Maybe we should ask if William Lyle's here. William Lyle. He was one of the people hanged, drawn, and quartered here. Are you there, William? Are any of the Reivers here? They're looking. They're looking for a reaver. You all right, Ken? Sorry, Kenny, you just what? You seen a shadow in the corner? Let's go. Come on.
Maybe we should have Kenny and, because I've got the recorder for EVPs, they can ask it questions on their own in the dark.
Okay.
At some point.
Yeah.
Just because I've got the recorder, I need to do some EVPs tonight.
No, absolutely, 100%.
So that's there for
100%. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and get Catherine, and we're going to. I think I'm going to maybe place her down here because we've had a lot of stuff in here. In there. Right.
We can record some EVPs with her and then leave her to it.
Can you make your way down, Catherine? If you can't, I'll come and get you.
There's no torch. You might need a torch.
Oh, there's no torch. I'm on my way. Don't move until I get there.
I've got the recorder for some EVPs. If you want to do some, Kenny, with...
There's shadow coming from that corner as well.
In this room?
It seems to be here.
Could be in here, this room.
I think it is in there.
As soon as I went in here before, that's when that noise came out.
And yet there's nothing in here that would, do you know what I mean, that would make you sort of scared or anything. On his mind. Not sure what that is. Oh, that chest there. Is that chest open or not?
Padlocked.
No, it's padlocked.
Might be a body in there.
Don't tell me. There's, honestly, it's this room. I see it
Oh, there's another door.
in here. Oh, this is the jail.
I know the jail's here. There's jail the other side as well.
Have you been in here?
No, we've been the other side.
Oh my word. Look at this. Oh my, that's a toilet. That was a toilet, look.
Oh yeah, it's
Back
the
in
same
there.
as the other side. It must be the jail again. God.
But this is where the shadows seem to come from. It's really creepy.
So this is the cell. This is how tiny the cell is.
Yeah. That was a
Just this is tiny for a cell. The toilet's bigger than the actual cell.
Oh, honestly, it's awful, isn't it? And this is where there seems to be the shadows come from here. There's noises in here, isn't it? So there's an uneasy feeling now, and it wasn't before, and now I'm cold.
No, we haven't been in here either.
There was the thing.
There's definitely some more.
Have you been in this well?
First time we've been in.
Oh, look, just down the well. I don't know if you can get the camera down there, like. Look at that. Can you see the water right at the bottom?
Oh God.
I don't know if you can see
I don't know if I can see with my lights on, but trying to.
30 metres. 30 metres and there's still water in there, look. And obviously they've constructed it well. Constructed it well, there you go. Because the water came in here and you could drink the water from the sides.
Yeah. This from there.
Oh wow.
Sometimes it just doesn't hurt. Let me have a go. You've been holding it for a little while, so.
So obviously there's something where the water comes up to a certain level and then it will squeeze it through to here. So you can drink water from here because that's still wet. Which is a bit strange. Not wet, is that wet or is it just shiny?
It looks wet. Maybe it's, it looks wet, but to touch it, it's not.
Right.
That's weird.
Isn't it?
That looks like it's got water.
That looks as though there's water on
Sitting in
there,
the chair.
but it's not. It's not.
When we look
It
down
is,
here,
look. But it's not wet. And that's like the sea.
That looks
How
like
strange is that?
that looks, yeah, that's weird.
It's a bit there, obviously.
Don't know if you can see that on the camera.
It's so down the side box, and there was nobody here. And we
More than 30
Kelly.
meters, still full of water. Yeah, water poured in these basins through lead pipes to different parts of the keep.
Amazing.
Cranes up with medieval plumbing.
Yeah.
Just show you the colour.
Yeah, the guys are coming.
It's a great castle, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
I could live in it.
Do you know that while you were in there, Catherine and I came down when we were on the balcony, we looked over and the box was firing.
Oh, we heard it in there. I just thought it was used.
No, we hadn't come in.
Oh, I thought it was used. That there's definitely this hole that's got something in it.
No, for sure. Low battery, it says. So
Yeah, I've only got one left.
okay, so keep
So-
hold of that for the second.
Yeah,
That's
that was
us.
me. That was me.
That's us. Right, Catherine, you're next. Because we've had so much here, and you said you got a shadow in here, so
In the cell.
yeah, I think you're going to have to be closed in the cell.
There's another cell this side.
Yeah,
Like another one in here.
Oh, there's a cell.
Well, I don't know if it's a cell. It's got a different door. But it,
Oh,
It's a strange feeling in that cell.
right, Catherine. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh.
It's awful.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There's a nice little toilet to sit on.
don't forget to take some still pictures.
There's a toilet. There is a toilet to sit on.
If you do leave it, I think you'll be sitting in a puddle because there's glass on the top of it. But I think that's your seat,
Oh my
Well,
word.
you've got to shut the door, haven't you?
and I shall.
You've got to shut this
You're on
door.
camera as well, I think.
Right.
Stop it.
Not by us, obviously, but they're probably not even using it tonight. It's not open to the public.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think down there, take a seat. We're going to shut the doors. Give you 5 or 10 minutes. Shall we give Catherine the mic?
I think you should.
And then we could go, if you change the battery, we could go down to
The night vision, you mean?
yeah, put the night vision on, then we could go, and can we take the high definition down and leave Catherine in here? So Catherine, you can use this area here up to the gate, up to gate number 1.
Right.
Give it a night vision.
Okay?
It's going to be pitch black in here.
I don't know
Well,
what you mean with the camera.
No,
the
it
night
won't,
vision.
because we're going to leave the camera
Right.
here.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean the cameras are both together at the minute, so we'll have to wait until we're split.
Oh, I see. Right, okay. Well, shall we put the mic on Catherine now?
No, the mic stays with the HD camera.
Right. Well, that makes it even worse, Catherine, because
Oh,
We're going to leave you in there.
are you all right with this?
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. And you see all the things that's been carved on the door
Yeah.
over the years. For people like Catherine who were told we'll be back in 5 minutes. I can hear that. Right, let's go and have a meet on now. Hang on. No, come out. It's tremendous. I want to go down, but I'm not sure whether we can.
We
Can
can't yet, but we need some shares.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Please share away, guys, if you can. As I say, you're the only thing that allows us to do what we do, and we'd love to do more and go to incredibly exciting places all over the place, and we need your help to do that. You get a goodie bag, you get a badge. If you're the guy or the lady who shares it the most, please do. What's up through there? I've not seen. What's up?
I've just had it on camera, yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
bells. That goes way down. It goes down to the original prehistoric well that was here before the Christian Messiah appeared on the scene. That's how old that is. That's BC. That's amazing. Do you see people clawing and scratching their names on things? If there's anything here, let yourself be known. Let it be known. We keep quiet because Catherine's away, locked up. If there's anybody here, we're going to invoke spirit from this very place. We're going to light a candle, have an invocation ceremony just after the beginning of the second half. We're also going to do a thing called scrying, which is when you use a small mirror to see spirit around you. Now, we've got a number of places we can do it. I think we should do it in all of the places that we've been to. You've never done that before, but it is absolutely, and this is something that you can do in your own home. You're far more likely to see spirit, as we know, in the cones out the corners of your eyes, but you're also more likely to see spirit in reflection, in a looking glass. So try and find yourself the smallest mirror that you can for the second half. Just get ready for that. It does feel like there's...
It's strange because I've went cold now. We were sweating before, and in here it's cold. It's really cold.
The good thing is, if they've got like cameras and stuff kicking, they've got one there, they've got a batch of 3 here. Yeah. They've got them in some of the cells too, including the toilet where Catherine is, the cell at the moment, so I hope she doesn't use it. Doesn't seem to be a child spirit today, does it? But
maybe
it's
Catherine
just...
can talk to it and get some EVPs later on.
No, absolutely, we're going to do that too. We're going to be... Did you see that?
To the right window.
Just there. First floor to the right side of the banner. There. I just saw someone move past it. It was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was just looking.
Down there before, down that door there.
Catherine's stoic. I don't think she's going to be screaming or anything. Right? She's a nurse as well, so she's capable of handling most things. I didn't realise that all of those halls linked into here.
No.
Did you hear that?
You keep hearing little.
That was a footstep.
Yeah.
But it was on wood.
Yeah.
This is wood. Is it here? Tony, I think it's pretty much halfway. Are you getting that?
What is that? What was
Footsteps. Clear footsteps.
Where are they coming from?
Because Catherine's in solid stone.
Yeah. Ask her if she's walking around.
But listen. It's not anybody wearing our kind of shoes. It's somebody wearing maybe his old-fashioned shoes. Did you hear that?
What was that?
Did you just, Catherine, did you just say, is that you?
Said hello.
Listen. Was that you?
Yeah.
That was him. Did you just say, is that you?
No. I said hello. Definitely can say, is that you?
I opened the door.
Uh-huh.
It might have been, if my ears are playing tricks. No, it's definitely not. It's not Catherine either. Just heard footsteps walking across a wooden floor. So I thought, could that be you? But
No, this is all stone all the way around.
out you come. Did you get anything there?
Heaviness.
Just heaviness.
Uh-huh. I was like...
Just atmosphere's heavy.
Yeah, I just sort of said, you know, what it must have been like to be locked in here. Sometimes it might not be for anything sort of,
Oh, but absolutely.
you know, substantial type of thing. It was for silly things.
8-year-old, 7 days hard labour for stealing one piece of scrap metal.
Right.
1838. And you think, imagine being in here, what, 6 men or 8 men?
I said, I don't want to say yes, but maybe you can make me feel what it was like to be in here.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just a heaviness.
Just oppressive.
Yeah.
No more noises, no more rattles or bangs, but we've had some amazing ones. What I want to do in the next hour is invoke spirit, and we'll do that in a circle, and we'll put a candle on, and then we're going to go downstairs into the what is essentially the chapel. But it also used to be a place that had prisoners in it before it became a chapel.
Right.
Then we're going to... Have you ever scried before?
No.
We're all going to scry tonight. So, in you come. Don't cross it. So, we're going to take our leave of you guys. First hour has flown, and we're just getting started. I've had a few knocks and bangs, discount 95%. Have we had that 5% we can't explain yet? Not sure. Mind you, if there was one, when I was through the back of, in that, because there's a cell with a toilet in at the top of there, I don't know whether you've seen it. Well, there's time for that also. You go along and then, it's kind of like where you were. You go and, you got to dig for it. And while I was through there, that big noise happened. Tony, you were there. Kenny wasn't in the room, he was down the stairs because he came up. I was around the corner for the second bang. The first bang, I was up there and you were up there.
Yeah, the first bang was over here.
But you see, if that bang came from here, and whether it was dropped or whether it was thrown, it has to be on the floor. Now,
It was such a heavy bang that you could imagine like them falling over onto the floor.
yeah, but there's nothing. The ball's broke, has it?
It worked before, you just got to whack it against the wall a bit.
No.
Definitely well.
The energy has been sucked out of it too.
Unless you just click the switch on the top. Yeah. And then...
No.
Oh, there we go.
It's back.
We've got a recorder there as well. It should be
Yeah,
next to
we're
it.
going to ask you to go possibly into the cell at the top with the recorder, and you can ask it, and then later on we'll play it back and see if we get any answers on EVP. So we've got a lot to do. We barely scratched the surface. Still got a dozen amazing blood-soaked stories, as if it wasn't bad enough that we had 60 pieces of humanity hanging from, or 30 pieces, however many bits of human body hanging off the castle. We're going to delve even deeper. Tony, if people would like to be a supporter and join us,
Yeah.
how do they do it?
And if you're on Facebook, just become a supporter, and then part 2 will magically appear in a few minutes. And if you're on YouTube, same, just join the channel, and in a few minutes, part 2 will be there, as well as the night vision as well, and anything that picks up on the EVP recorder.
Absolutely. So we've got a lot to get through in a short time to do it. Come and join us. If you possibly can, it would be a great help. If not, we'll catch you next time. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the other side. Right, so what we're going to do, I think first things first, we'll